guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing this makeup look. Okay, this is a really cool makeup look. I've added some color to my look and I'm just going to be answering some questions that you asked me on Instagram. It's going to get really nice and not so heavy, but we've spoken about relationships and dreams, jobs, careers, all of those things, which I think you're going to really enjoy. I love having real conversations with you. I feel like it really helps us bond. I feel like you get to know me and who I am as well. So I really hope this video helps you somehow. And before we move on, I want to tell you where everything is from because I know I'm going to get questions. This top is from H&M. It's a really nice crop top and it's on the new collection, so you can check it out. This is also from H&M. Everything's from H&M, and this was given to me by a brand. I don't recollect. I'll try and find it and link it down below. But yeah, that's all I have in terms of jewelry. And all right, I will see you in my video. Okay guys, I'm really excited to jump into the video because we have a lot of juicy questions that you guys have asked me, and I really want to be as honest like I always am and just answer them for you because I have nothing to hide, baby. And I love having deep, meaningful conversation, one-sided with you. Okay, so I'm gonna moisturize my face. I'm gonna leave the name of all these makeup products in the bottom bar, or I'm just gonna show it in the screen like this while I'm doing it so you don't miss out. All right, let's get on to answering questions. What if one day your husband asks for a baby, his own baby? What would you do? What does that even mean, his own baby? We actually don't want babies at the moment. We've just, I don't know, spoken about it enough to know that we're enough, just the both of us, and there's so many things we want to do in life. Not to say that babies obstruct that and will not let that happen, but I feel like we have still our own personal goals that we want to achieve, and building a family is not a priority in our life at the moment. Do you feel like you should have gotten the Persian cat? I discussed this in my last video, but I really wanted a Persian cat, but I don't feel like I regret it. I feel like it was the right decision because we weren't ready and we aren't ready. They're okay. It just gets absorbed in the skin really fast and I don't like that. I like products to give me that glowy look, which it's not giving me. So that's okay. I'm just going to apply the airbrush flawless finish. What do you see yourself doing 5 years from now career-wise? Yeah, so I definitely want to continue doing YouTube because I know that I want to keep building this relationship with you guys. It's taken 5 years for me to build this rapport with you, and for me to just let go would be really painful unless there's something like dramatic and life-changing happening in my life. I don't think I'll ever leave YouTube. So I'll continue doing that, and then I definitely want to start my own brand. In the future, I want to start something that feels like Mars, that is comfort, that is home for a lot of you. It's for you guys. Like, you know, my subscribers can come to this brand whenever they want a little bit of Mars. And that's what I want to build in the future. And that's what I'll do. You know, I'll build a brand. I'll continue creating content. I feel like I'm one of those people who just wants to keep creating content, engaging. I think that's where that's where I'm at. I don't think I can do without you guys. I need an audience. I need to just keep creating, engaging, like filming. This is where my life's at. And that's what I'll do. How to avoid stupid fights between couples during COVID lockdown period. I have read and seen a lot of people go through fights and divorces and separations during the COVID lockdown because there's nowhere to escape, right? You have to face your fears, you have to face your vulnerable moments with each other, and I feel like it's the best moment to discover yourselves. I don't know, but I'll just tell you from my personal experience, I feel like both of us have grown personally and individually in our lives during the lockdown, and I just feel like it's so important to focus on yourself when you have so much time. Okay, learning about yourself, learning your temperament, learning what you like, sitting with yourself and trying to understand who you are is really important. And I feel like that's what we did in the lockdown. Like some way or the other, we sort of found ourselves and we sort of got to know ourselves better. And that's what helped the relationship get better, because I feel like just focusing on external things and just focusing on fights, it's not going to take you anywhere. Your relationship is not going to be healthy. Okay, learn what you need, what you want from this relationship, and what you're bringing to the table in a relationship. Figure all of that out. Spend some time with yourself instead of fighting it over. Just have conversations instead of arguing and fighting. I feel like a lot of us have our vulnerable moments. We have our insecurities, our moments where we want to just defend ourselves really quickly when it comes to certain things. You don't always have to end up in a fight, an argument, and leave and storm into another room. That's not how it should end anyway. Having patience with each other, trying to work the uncomfortable topics, trying to work it out, and having uncomfortable conversations is really important. Being in the same house, because you have nowhere to escape to. So I feel like doing all of that really, really helps you if you're in a marriage or as a couple in the future. It's going to benefit and help you out. Just for the future, I'd really like to tell people to please stop asking extremely personal questions about my father, about how much I earn in a month. These things, I want to keep it to myself, and it doesn't have to be on public display. And you guys really, really need to respect that part of my life, and just, it's a humble request. I just want to reiterate that this is something I will not talk about, and you guys need to really learn boundaries sometimes, because, you know, I do share a lot, but there's some things that I don't think the world needs to know. Alright, girls. Okay, since your work involves mostly sitting, how do you make it healthy, move all day long? Girl, I work out every day. At least 4 days a week, I work out. So I wake up in the morning, I have my breakfast, which is either fried eggs, omelette, 2 toast, nariyal pani, and I start my workout at 11. So 11 to 12 is my workout time, and that's how I make my movement. Even though I'm sitting in this chair for a few hours, I do a lot of functional training and weight training. So yeah, I'm not all the time idle. Okay, I'm going to use some neutral colors from the Nykaa Pro palette, just letting you know. I've used this before and it's really good. It's 3,000 bucks though, but blends really well and very good for beginners. It has all the colors you need. How much water do you drink a day? Okay, do you see this? This is Instacuppa from Amazon. I take this with me everywhere because it is 24-hour cold. It keeps it cold and hot, but of course I fill this with ice, and I love iced water, Akhil and I fill this every night. I think every day I fill it once or twice. And I keep sipping on it. I keep taking 2-3 big sips. I take it to the hall, my room. When I go out, I'm always carrying this flask. Important to hydrate. So I'm hydrated enough, not as much as I should be. At what age you thought of keeping only the ones you really want in your life? To be honest with you, I had tons of friends, but tons of really close friends. I've never had a group of literally 20 people. That's not me. I choose my very, very close, loyal friends, and they would be literally 3 to 4 friends that I have even today in my life. I feel like people come and go. When I went through this very difficult time in my personal life where we lost almost everything 3-4 years back, I started to notice who my real friends were. I feel like a few of them fell out over time, and I sort of disconnected as well because I was going through a lot personally. So whoever stayed in touch, continued to ask how I was doing, came home and visited me, who really cared, are the ones that I kept with me forever. You sort of can tell who are your OG people who will like literally stand by you as a rock when you fall. They will bring you back up, and you just know those people. They can never betray you, betray your trust. They will always be backing you up 100%. And when I knew those people in my life, that is it. They were the people that were going to stay. And it's very important. I keep saying this again and again. It's very important to choose these kind of people in your life, especially at this age. And when I say this age, I'm 28, okay, not too old, but I feel like start developing great relationships when you're in your early teens or tweens. I feel like when you enter college, start choosing the right people because they become your core people for the rest of your life, and you'll have babies together, grow up together. Choose people that add value in your life. Make no room for people who have vices, who just pressurize you into doing different things that you don't want to do, you know? You sense that hesitation, that negative feeling. Don't try to fit in with anybody or any group of people that you're not comfortable with. And I knew that I was never going to do that in my life. I would only choose people who were fluid and who are just like open and encouraging and empowering and goal oriented. It's very important to make friends who are goal oriented, who have a vision for their life. And I learned this through Akhil. I usually had friends who were just living to live and chill karte the hamesha. It's okay to chill and have fun, but I feel like at the end of it, you need to have a mission, you need to have a goal for your life, and you need to have good conversations as you grow up as a teenager. That is what will develop your life in a better way. So all my girls who I'm talking to, girls and boys who are in their like early teens, I highly recommend that you start inviting and choosing people that add value to your life in every aspect. When it comes to relationship, when it comes to respecting women, kids, older people, I feel like you can tell by the comments they throw, by the slight little jokes they make. You know, people that make jokes every now and then, pay attention to that too. It really tells a person's character by it. So make sure you are choosing to have really good guy friends around you, people that respect you, uplift other women. It's really important to grow with people like this who are strong. We don't need people who are pulling you down, who are jealous, who invite drama into your life, who cheats on their girlfriends and their boyfriends and sleeps with 10,000 people. You don't need that in your life. You need consistency, stability, people who are goal oriented. I keep repeating this because these are the values that I saw in my friends over time, and I realized that, you know what, these are some people who will eventually be there for me and I can lean on them in case anything happened. We have lots of fun, but when it comes to real conversations, my girls are there for me. I know I can call them up at 4 a.m. and be like, hey, I'm not okay. Be with people who you can drop your guard down completely. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to try and fit in. It's so important, and I keep reiterating this to Jake as well. Please make sure you choose good people in your life who enrich you to grow and who push you to have success in your life. Who are not jealous and envious of your career or life. And I feel like that is so important, and especially in the career that I'm in. Praise God, it's all his blessings and grace that I'm doing well in my life. But my friends never wavered, were never jealous, nothing. They grew with me. They understood me. And that's how I have a rapport with my girls today, because I know that they want what's good for me and I want what's best for them, and that's what creates a good relationship in any sphere in your life. All right. Next question is, I am 5 feet, very short. What can I do to enhance my appearance? I get it. This can be an insecurity for a lot of tiny girls. All my girlfriends are 5 feet and up, like 5 feet 1, 5 feet 2, and I'm like a tower amongst them. I'm like 5'7", close to 5'7", and I'm always like a giant. So I get it. Even they kind of feel like, oh my God, why am I so short? But it really has to do with your personality, guys. It's not about the height. It's about what you bring to the table. What your personality brings, how funny you are, how accepting you are, how beautiful you are on the inside. That is what matters. And height, it really doesn't. You can enhance your appearance by shining your personality. Don't let anybody dim your personality by calling you short or tiny. Accept it, embrace it. Say like, हाँ मैं हूँ tiny, तो good things come in small packages. That's what my tiny friends tell me. You have your personality, you can dress really well, you can fit into a lot of beautiful shoes that we can't fit into, baby. There's pros and cons. I'm a size 41 on my feet and I rarely get shoes. You might have small feet, so you can wear all the sexy heels out there. Embrace and accept and just envelop your insecurities completely. That's when you will start to feel secure. And no matter what the world says, what your friends say and tease you, it will not affect you. Matlab affect hoga hi nahi. Because you're like, हाँ हूँ ना. Then they can't say anything. They're like, oh, she's accepted herself. Acha, can't make fun of her anymore. Love yourself. That's the biggest weapon you can use against the world. Okay, I'm using this Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm taking this turquoise color and I'll figure something out. What has kept you going? Firstly, I'm only 28. I have to keep going. It's something that I cannot just quit, I feel like I've just gotten started. I feel like my life has just begun in a brilliant way. and it's panned out so well irrespective of all the failures I've had. I am so thankful for my failures. Just telling you, all the hard times behind the camera where I've cried, I'm thankful for them today because it made me who I am, dude. Like, it made me resilient, it made me ambitious, it made me driven, and I feel like I'm just getting started. So what keeps you going is keeping my family afloat, being able to take care of the people in my life. That's what keeps me afloat and pushes me to do what I do every day because people are depending on me. Yeah, and I love what I do. I love you guys, and that is what motivates me to get up every day and do what I do. So right now I'm totally playing with makeup and this is like my playtime. How important of a contributor is Akhil to your professional growth? Wow, what a great question. I appreciate it. Akhil has literally been the backbone of my career. I feel like he has pushed me into doing things I never thought I would have done. He has encouraged me at every step. You know, he's just like, go for it. Go for it. He still feels like I have so much potential that I'm not exuding. He's like, you've got so much in you. Do this, do that. And he's always pushing me to do my best because he believes that people should live their best life and live up to their full potential. And I feel like in every stage, whether it was beginning my YouTube career, he bought me my first ring light. This is so good. Dude, Jake!
How do you feel about the new gift?
So good. Should I can't believe this. Cool. Oh my god. Is it cool?
Oh dude, it's not cool, it's like beyond cool.
And he's always been encouraging no matter what it is. He is just 2 steps behind me as always, to catch me if I fall, and he's just pushing me to succeed every single time, which is quite rare in a partner. But he's been so accepting and loving, and he's so forward thinking and so career oriented, and I feel like I draw my ambition from him. I feel like I just absorb all the ambition he has and I use it in my career as well, because seeing him thrive in his career makes me want to thrive in my career. And I feel like our energies and our feelings bounce off each other, and that's how we're able to build a life that we have today. And it's so important to choose a partner like that who will support you in every step in your personal goals and your professional goals as well, because you are a team together. And if there's anything Akhil can do business wise to help me, he is just 2 steps behind me. I just go to him and ask him, and he's willing to help me in any way possible. So he's been a massive contributor in who I am today as a person as well as in my career. So I owe a lot to my husband, but he is my husband, so I married the guy. Are you secretly running out of content ideas? Was that a stab? It's okay, I'm not feeling bad. Yeah, sometimes you get into a creative rut, you guys. Like, I'm the kind of girl who just loves to do like very approachable, accessible, everyday makeup. I don't like to add a lot of color, saying while I'm adding color, but I don't like to add a lot of color to my makeup. It's something I'll do for the camera, but I will never do in real life. I'm a very, very basic girl who will just like wear neutrals. I love my nudes, and I love that people see that I can do approachable makeup that's easy, you know. That's just who I am as a person. And I feel like a lot of times I've tried to do colorful makeup for the camera just to seem like I'm doing something different. It has always failed. I have deleted that footage. I was not happy, and I realized, hey, it's okay, that's not who I am. You can't do everything, you know. There are some people who only love color, you know, and neutral is not their zone. But then I finally came to terms that, hey, I love my neutral tones. That's just who I am as a creator. And I'm just going to try and find different vibes with my neutral zone. And neutral can be sexy. I don't have to add color if I don't feel comfortable. And I've come to terms with that, and I feel okay about it. So now I'm introducing travel vlogs. I'm introducing like telling you a little bit about my life, Q&As, doing different stuff while doing beauty, because beauty is always going to be a part of my channel. So yeah, I'm not basically running out of ideas. I just feel like I'm sort of limited when it comes to neutral colors, but I'm good. I think I'll figure it out. If you were to ever get a second tattoo, this is my second tattoo, lady. Okay, this is first. It's called Believe. I got this in Amsterdam like 7-8 years ago. And this is a camera, because a camera means camera is my life. I don't think I ever can do without a camera being in my face. I'm such a camera baby. I love to be dramatic, and you've seen me. I'm over the top all the time. I'm so extra. Camera is what got me my life, man. It has a lot of meaning to me. So I got this with my brother Jake. Even he started his career with YouTube. I get this question a lot. How do you manage YouTube, work, and married life? I don't really manage. Like, none of us manage. It's pretty effortless with us. I guess it's your priority. What is priority for you? Like, right now in the daytime, Akhil and I are completely working. He's in his study. I'm in my studio. We're separate ways. We obviously bump into each other because we're at home, but we're very focused in what we do, and we respect each other's work timings. We don't intrude, and we know what it is like. So I feel like there's nothing to manage. We get it. We get each other. And I feel like you need to have that rapport with your partner. And yeah, I spend a lot of time with his family. I spend a lot of time with mine. With my husband in the evening, we sit and we spend tons of time together. We travel together. And I'll tell you why. I feel like both of us are earning members of the family, and both of us have pretty strong careers, and we're very opinionated as people. I feel like when two people come together and they're very goal oriented and driven, they get each other's passion and ambition. I feel like if one person is not working and dull while the other one is pushing forward in life, it can be very difficult to meet each other at the same line. I feel like you have to have similar goals or similar pathways and walking together as a couple, because it can be drastic sometimes. Some people just stay at home moms, for example. They're homemakers. They stay at home a lot of the times while their husbands are working. They have a work life. They have people, colleagues, parties that they go to while the mom is sitting at home. There's a big huge gap in social circles. So I feel like that can be a very big hindrance in your married life in the future. So I think having a hobby, a goal, something to keep you busy, something to talk about at the end of the day is so important. Even if you're a homemaker, having something of your own is really important. Your life cannot just be your kid and your husband and your family. That cannot be the end of your life. Your life has to include something that makes you happy, that fulfills you, and that makes you want to wake up every single day outside your family. And that's what you can talk to about with your partner at the end of the day. So make sure you're just like on the same trajectory together as a couple, and that you're not lacking behind, because it can be very lonely up here and it can be lonely down here. You need to be sort of in the same line. Okay, this is a fun question. 3 films you would have liked to star in if you would have been a Bollywood actress. Okay, I would have loved to have starred in Jab We Met. That is like my favorite movie that Kareena has ever done, and it has my favorite actor Shahid Kapoor in it. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Bollywood movies. I think any movie that Shahid has been a part of. Okay, this is a complicated question. It says, I cheated on my BF once and he hit me really badly. So should I stay in this relationship? Even though you cheated, which I'm not for, by the way, no matter what you do in your life, nobody should raise a hand on you. Absolutely nobody has the right to hit you. So if he beat you up badly, irrespective of what you've done, you must walk out of the relationship, because it doesn't stop there. Once a man decides to raise his hand on a woman, it becomes a pattern. Unfortunately, they think it's okay to do that, and they think that you stuck around, and maybe every time she makes a mistake, I will hit her, and then she'll feel guilty, and then she'll be mine. So absolutely not. It's your wish, girl, but my personal opinion and suggestion is you did not deserve to be beaten, and in any point in life, you need to have some self-respect, and no matter how much you love him or you were the one who made the mistake, you did not deserve to be beaten. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you feel bad when some other beauty influencer wins the award? The Cosmo Award happened recently, and I was a nominee, but I didn't win. But girl, I was like, look at me. This is the next day and I'm back to my job. Girl, of course, achievements are important when they recognize your work. It's really important. But I won already in 2019. I feel like I won. Yeah. But ho gaya mera time. Abhi new creators are coming in, new content creators are coming in, and they're fab and they're just amazing at what they do. And I feel like let others also get a chance. They must win, and you must pass the baton to the next baton or baton to the next person, because creators will keep coming and going. Mera time tha wo 2019 where I continuously won awards, but I was also really new. Now there are fresh load of people that are coming in and creating some fabulous content, and they deserve to win and be recognized. It's very important to appreciate new creators, because that's how they will feel motivated to create more content. You guys are still with me, and I'm continuing to kick ass at my job. These are good milestones that you must remember, but apna time tha, everybody has their day. When did you start working out in a gym? I started like a long time ago. I feel like I was very encouraged by my older brother. I feel like I enjoy working out a lot. Mostly when I see results, it really like pushes me to do better. When I see my body getting stronger, when I see my body in a particular shape, my bum a little bit muscular, I like to see that stuff. And so when I see results, I want to push myself to work out more. I have been working out for over, I want to say 7 years. What do you do when you're bored, excluding sleeping, TV, mobile and going out?
और क्या करते हैं लोग?
These are exactly what I do when I am feeling bored. I either watch a series, I hang out with my fam jam, Akhil, or I listen to the word of God. That really encourages me and puts me in a really good mood. Sometimes I clean like a maniac. I love to clean if I'm bored. What was your actual goal in life? My actual goal in life is to just be self-sufficient. I'm using the Rufa Beauty Lash in Malia. I didn't want to bank or depend on anybody in my life after what I have gone through in my personal life. I realized that it is so important to have your own career path, your own goals, your own future, your own hobby, just your own life in general that is not tied down with or to somebody. And my goal was generally to just make sure that I am afloat. Wherever I go, I know I'm going to be able to take care of myself and never having to depend on somebody. That was my goal. Alright, the lashes are on and they're mad dramatic. I'm using the ColourPop liquid liner. This is in the shade Wine Knot. So it's a wine-ish color. So I'm just like lining the lash band. And it's okay if the green got covered. It doesn't really matter. I wanted this to stand out more. My boyfriend wants me to sign a prenup stating that his family didn't ask for any dowry. I'm against it. It really depends if he really didn't ask for a dowry. If he's making you lie, then it's a red signal to run away now itself. No matter how much you love him, he would never put you in an uncomfortable situation ever. Okay, if you're not okay with something, your partner should be ready to back you up and support you. And it's something I've experienced also. Akhil has always been, or he's always made sure that I'm never uncomfortable. Prenups are, in fact, I don't think in India prenups are legally recognized, but I don't think they're like acknowledged here. It's more so in the West culture. Over here they don't agree to prenups and stuff like that, but not just for this, for all of my girls who are just newlyweds or about to get married, going into a new family, living in with your boyfriend, don't do anything that you are uncomfortable with or something that you don't believe in. Okay, whether it comes to religion, whether it comes to following certain rules, clothes, saying stuff that you don't want to say, it's totally fine to tell them that you're not okay with it, and you need to stand your ground, because you're moving into a new house, and sometimes it can be very difficult when a lot of people want you to do something. Like there are other sister-in-laws in the house, especially when you're in a joint family and you have grandmothers and grandparents and all of that living in the same house. There can be a lot of rules and restrictions that you would have to then blend into, but my suggestion would be obviously to move out. But if you don't have that option, I feel like please make it very, very vocal and tell them that you are not okay with doing certain things. Yeah, okay. For blush, I'm gonna take this blush from the Nykaa palette, the Rufa Beauty RB22 brush. I'm trying to get a neutral blush tone. Maybe I'll try this, mixing it with this one, because this seems like a nuder color. I really thought I'm gonna do a very nice summer glam makeup, but this is glam only, full glam it is. Where do you buy all your comfy clothes from? Guys, I only shop from two places mostly. It's Zara and H&M. That is all. I don't even bother looking at new brands, because it's just, I've tried and I've never found anything I loved. H&M, practically everything I wear is from H&M. So H&M does really good comfy clothes, great joggers and basics and plain t-shirts. It's what I thrive on. You can also do it through Myntra because they do sell H&M there as well. So yeah, most of my comfy clothes, gym wear is mostly from Puma or Nike through the Myntra app. I've started wearing H&M sports bras as well. Excellent. H&M underwears. Trust me, I'm only wearing H&M and Zara. Things about life you would like the young girls to know so they can be prepared. Again, it's all the things I said before about having a voice and being your own person. I just want you to know that never think of yourself as inferior. Never think of yourself as someone that has to bow down to a lot of rules just because you're a woman, whether it comes to your, work life as well. Make sure you are standing up for who you are and you have a lot of, self-respect, and make sure your partner knows that as well, that, hey, she's not someone to fool around with. She means business. Okay. And it's very, very okay not wanting kids. It's very okay if you don't want a traditional picket fence and a quintessential family life. Nobody can force you for anything in life. If you don't want to do something, make sure you are very vocal about it. Have low expectations. I feel like having less expectations just has better results. When people over deliver, you feel happy then. Try and have something of your own. No matter how little it is, no matter how tiny it is, make sure it's your own, something you can fall back on even 20 years from now. Develop a hobby, have your own set of friends because you need to fall back on them. Your husband's or your spouse's life cannot be your only life. And make sure you are saving up for yourself. I feel like it's really important, and I reiterate this all the time because it's something that I've personally been through, and all of our moms have been through, that they unfortunately were not able to save as much because this was our past generation. They did not know what it was to have savings and investments, and it was always the male who was overtaking everything. Also, ladies, understand that it's not fair to put undue pressure on your partner when it comes to providing for the family. It's really not fair that the man has to do everything. Take care of you, take care of his life, take care of your kids. Please try and develop, if that's what you want, if that's your choice, develop some sort of a career, have some sort of an ambition, even if it's little tiny bits, buying stuff, selling it online, something or the other, just to contribute to the family, because it's not fair to put pressure on your husband entirely when it comes to taking care of the house. So if you can develop that early on in your life, to know that you can contribute in some areas in your married life, it's going to just help so much, and it's going to relieve some pressure and this undue societal pressure that people put on men generally, that men have to take care of the family, men are the bread earners, men relax. They're human beings too, and they need to relax. And if you share responsibilities, that is exceptional. Don't be the one who's always damsel in distress and who's always in need for someone to pick you up and someone to just be strong when you need it for yourself. And don't always rely on someone to make you happy and to fulfill you, to complete you. You have to be all those things before you get married or get into a serious relationship. All those things that you need in a relationship, you need to self-reflect and see if you have that already within you. That's how you can contribute in a relationship. That's how you're going to be happy in a marriage in the long run. Giving someone the pressure of being your one and only forever and ever and doing everything for you is an unrealistic want and expectation. Start loving yourself. Start knowing that you are enough. Start knowing that if he walks out on you, you'll be fine. A well-rounded person, you're well-read, and you can fight the world when it comes to that time. And yeah, these are I have lots of advice that I can sit and give you, but alright, so I'm going to be using the Miss Claire lipsticks. These are the Matte Power Lip Color. In the number 3 and 4, I'm going to mix these two colors and see what I get. Okay, I'm going to neutralize this using a nude color. Okay, I'm taking MAC Burnt Spice. Alright guys, so this is the final result. I absolutely love how this look turned out. Something different, this is my different. Thank you for sticking by me so far, and I love having real conversations with you. I think I'm going to do this mostly. I'm going to incorporate beauty and just talk to you about a lot of things. It's just what I thrive on. Thank you, I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.